Hey guys, Chad here at Tone Body Fitness. I just wanted to take some time today and talk to you guys about some strategies you can maybe implement to help jumpstart your 2021. Okay, a lot of us, start New Year's resolutions, things of that nature. So I just kind of have some strategies that I think can help you guys kind of set yourself up for success, so you can help get yourself better and get to where you want to be starting this new calendar year. So there's a couple of things that I want to touch base on today. There's going to be three areas. The first is going to be goal setting. Okay, and we'll talk about kind of a strategy that you can implement in terms of your goal setting. The second is going to be time management, organization, and planning, and things of that nature. And then the third thing we'll kind of dive into is the neutral mind concept here that I'll discuss later with you. So just a couple of different areas that we can kind of talk about and discuss, things that can help you get kind of started for this new year. Okay. So we'll start with goal setting. And what kind of I want to talk about with goal setting is we usually all have goals, but most times, for whatever reason, they don't always kind of come true. So kind of have a technique here that we're going to use and maybe implement into our daily routine. And it's a SMART goal. And SMART is an acronym. Okay. And what it basically breaks down to is specific for the S, measurable for the M, achievable, or some people call it obtainable for the A, realistic for the R, and timely for the T. Okay, so we just spelled SMART. So there's 5 different things. Each of them have a different purpose in that SMART goal. Okay, so we'll start back up at the top with S in SMART, specific. And so we always have a goal, but like, what do we want to accomplish? We want to get specific with this goal. When do you want to do it? Why is it a goal? Why is it important to you? Get specific with that goal. Okay. That's what the S in SMART stands for. The M in SMART. Okay. Measurable. How can we measure it and see if you achieved it? How can we see if we're getting better? Are we getting worse? Are we gaining progress on that goal? All those kind of things like that we need to be able to see and track. How are we doing towards this goal? Is it going, are we getting closer or are we getting further away? How can we track that? So you got to make sure that the goal that you have is measurable. Okay. The next aspect is that achievable point that I touched base on earlier. Okay. And basically what this means is, do you have the skills and resources available to accomplish the goal that you have? Okay. Or is it just a dream? Do you have the people you can go to? Do you have the help that you need? Do you have the resources available? Can you do whatever it takes to kind of actually achieve this goal? Okay. So that's the A in SMART. The R in SMART is realistic. Okay. And that kind of means, can we actually reach this goal, or is it kind of just a wish? Does it fit what you're doing, or is it just kind of out there on a whim? Okay. So that means we want to make sure that our original goal is realistic. We can actually achieve this if we put in the work. It's not just something that is completely entirely up to luck. We don't want that. So, and then to kind of wrap up the SMART acronym here, the T stands for timely. That means, is there a date to complete this goal by? Are we putting a timeline on it or a deadline? Okay. When do we have to have it set by? When do we want it to happen by? So that's kind of just a little example as to what SMART stands for. Okay. The SMART goal, breaking it down, it's that acronym: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Okay. So going forward, when we set goals, guys, we can kind of use this process to help us determine what our real goal is. Okay. What is it? Why do we want it? How are we going to track it? Do we have the resources available to reach it? Is it realistic? And do we have a deadline? Okay. So those are all the kind of brief points there. What I want to do next is kind of get into a little bit of an example of something that we see a lot here at Tone Body Fitness. We have clients and people want to lose weight. So I'm going to take the lose weight, the weight loss goal, and kind of take that goal from just being a general weight loss goal and make it a SMART goal here for you guys. Okay. So our goal is to lose weight. Okay. How we take lose weight as a goal and make it a SMART goal, how do we get that specific? Okay. Well, instead of focusing on just losing weight, I want to make it specific by, I want to lose 10 pounds in 2 months to go from 225 pounds to 215 pounds. Okay. So what I've done now is I've put numbers to my goal, my weight loss goal. Okay. I don't want to just lose weight because losing weight could be 1 pound, it could be 150. Okay. If we just say, yeah, I want to lose weight, there's no telling how much or what we want to go to or where we're at now to what we want to be. So if I say I want to lose 10 pounds in 2 months and drop my body weight from 225 to 215, that's three different examples of numbers that I've associated now with losing weight. I've put numbers to the weight loss. Okay. So I've made the goal of weight loss more specific. Okay. Now, how do we measure that? Okay. Well, especially if you're coming here or at home and you got a scale, we can measure our progress here by weighing in daily. Okay. You have a scale, you can hop on it every single day. All right. You could track it weekly. This is a strategy that I use in my own personal life. I personally like to weigh in every day, but on Mondays, at the start of each week, I'll put a note in on my phone of what my body weight is. Okay. So I can look for trends like, hey, January 1st, I weighed this. February 1st, I weigh this. Okay. My weight might have fluctuated during that month, but I'm lighter in February than I was in January. So whatever I'm doing overall is helping. Now, the daily weight I like to be aware of, but it's not the end all be all of my initial progress. Okay. So that's how you can measure it. That's just an example of measuring weight. How can I measure if I'm losing weight? Well, I should hop on the scale. Okay. Don't run from the scale. Use the scale to your advantage. Help it be a tool for you. Okay. It's kind of like, people that want to lose weight but don't ever want to get on the scale. It's kind of like that, how is that really going to help you get to where you want to be without actually facing the music there, facing the crowd and seeing where you're at, I kind of linking it back to like maybe when you're younger and you just get a credit card or debit card, whatever it is. And, you're going out away for the weekend with your friends and, you kind of sit there, you don't know what's in your bank account. You just kind of blindly give, the waiter your card and just hoping that it goes through because you don't really know if you got enough money. You're hoping you do. You think you might, but you don't really know. That's a really uneasy, unsettling feeling. Okay. It's kind of the same thing here. Well, I hope I lose weight, but if I don't check it, I don't really ever technically know, but now I'm just kind of hoping and wishing. We don't want to do that. We want to use the scale to our advantage. We want to know, hey, last night I had Chinese food. Okay. What did it do to me? How did my body respond? Okay. Hop on the scale. We know we didn't eat good yesterday, but let's see what the bad food did to us. How did our body respond to it? Okay. That is using the scale to our advantage. That's not coming in or waking up and being like, oh, I better not weigh in today because I know it's going to be bad. That doesn't help us at all. Okay. That doesn't teach us about how our body responds to food. It doesn't show us maybe how good or how bad a meal can do for us. Okay. So we need to use that the scale as a friend, use that to our advantage, use it as a tool. It's not the end all be all, but it can, instead of it being something that we always run from, we got to run towards and help us. Okay. So in this example, that scale is how we measure it. Okay. That's how we could measure this weight loss goal. Okay. Achievable. Now we're on to the A in SMART. Achievable. Okay. How can I achieve this goal? I can work with a trainer 3 times a week for 45 minutes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. If you guys are with us, you got that covered. Okay. We're here to help you guys out with that. Training, however many your times you're in here for training, whether it's once a week, 3 times a week, unlimited, whatever the case may be. If your goal is weight loss, you already got this covered with us because we're going to take care of that aspect for you. Okay. So however many times a week you work with us, that can be part of your achievable part. You have the resources. You have us. Okay. We're here to help you with your workouts, with your cardio plans, with your nutrition. We're here to help you all together in any way we can. Okay. So you have that part. So you got that part of the plan taken care of already. Now it's kind of up to you. Hey, there's other 2 days of the work week there. Why don't on those Tuesday, Thursday, I'm going to do cardio. Okay. So now I have a plan. Okay. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I work with the trainer. So yes, is this realistic or is this achievable? I'm sorry. Yes, I have the resources. I have the staff there. I have people to help me out that know what they're doing. Okay. Or can help me if I get caught up a little bit. Okay. I have that covered already. Now on my own, I'm also covering the other 2 days of the week that I'm not with the trainer during the week. Okay. And I have that covered by taking care of my cardio, whether I have a treadmill at home or whether I have a gym membership that I can go to the elliptical on or whatever the case may be. Okay. So now in a 5-day span, I got every weekday covered. Okay. That's a pretty solid plan. Yeah. So I'm going to be with the trainer for 45 minutes, 3 times a week. Yep. I have the resources to do that. Okay. I have access to a cardio equipment. Okay. So I'm going to do that twice a week for a half hour. Okay. So now I have my whole week of activity set up for me. So I have the resources available to me. I have the tools I need to be successful towards the goal I want to get. Okay. So that's what that achievable means in a smart goal. Okay. Now we're moving on. Is this goal realistic? Okay. Yes. Okay. Healthy weight loss is about 1 to 2 pounds a week. Okay. We set out to lose 10 pounds in 2 months. Okay. So we have 8 weeks to lose 10 pounds, which is about 1.3 pounds a week. So that's right in that healthy range of weight loss. Okay. So it's not like we set this goal up and said to ourselves, hey, I really want to lose 100 pounds by June. Okay. It's January. Yeah. That's probably not going to happen. Okay. And so this, though, 10 pounds in 2 months. Hey, so we're talking about like maybe around St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I can be down 10 pounds there if I follow my plan. Yes, this is actually absolutely a realistic goal. Okay. So that's the R, and that's smart. Okay. Realistic. I'm putting a realistic goal in place. Okay. It's not some massive change. Everybody wants to make $1 million, but they have a job that pays them $10 an hour. Probably not going to happen. Right. So we can't, the goal shouldn't be, I want to make $1 million. The goal should be, I want to get to 500, whatever the case may be. Okay. Making sure that the goal is realistic. Okay. And our plan matches it. Okay. And then timely. I just mentioned St. Patrick's Day. I don't know what day St. Patrick's Day is this year. It's probably around that mid-March, March 18th or so, March 20th, whatever the case may be. Okay, so given this example, by March 18th, 2021, my weight will be 215. Yes, I just put that in words. I put a date on it. I put a deadline on when I would reach this goal. Okay, so that's really important. Okay, taking that initial goal of weight loss, we just made it way more specific. We know how to measure it. We know what's achievable. We know what's realistically, and we know when we have to finish it by. Okay. So when you hear the next first time someone says they want to lose weight, well, what does that mean? How are you going to do it? They don't have a plan. Okay. Now we had that same initial weight loss goal in this situation, but we really broke it down and got specific with it all. And we found out how to achieve it. Okay. So that's what a SMART goal is. Now, this doesn't only just apply to fitness. It can apply to anything in life, really. Any goal you may have, you can use this strategy to implement to help you get to that goal. Do it a little easier, break it down at a little bit more smaller level so you can understand it and accept that there's going to be challenges and maybe hurdles are in the way, but your focus, you got tunnel vision on it. It's not just some big, massive goal that you talk about getting and then it never comes true. This is a way to really kind of hone in on what that goal is and a strategy to help you get there. Okay. So that's the goal setting portion of this kind of talk I wanted to have with you guys tonight. We'll move now on into a little time management, organization, and planning kind of strategies that I think you can use. And again, these opinions are my own. I just think these are kind of things that I've tried over the years that I use in my everyday life, or I've used in the past, whatever the case may be, that I've had some success with, and know other people have had some success with too. So I just wanted to share that with you tonight. But what I kind of want you to do is I kind of want to shift your thinking a little bit, and for you to think and look at things on a different scale. Okay. So like, yes, we have a year, it's 2021 now. Well, think about it on a macro, a meso, and a micro scale. Okay. The macro portion is the entire year. Okay. 2021. Okay. So what do we have planned this year? Okay. That's the macro portion of it. Okay. Let's break that down. Just like they do in the business world, just like a finance world, things are done in quarters, right? We can do that for our life too. We can break down, this is called the meso. We can break down our year into quarters. Okay. We all have those times of the year that we absolutely love, right? I, for one, love college football. So that fall season in Wisconsin is my favorite time of the year. Okay. So I kind of plan my year kind of revolves around what am I going to be doing in that time period of the year that might be different than the other times of the year. Maybe like in winter when there's not a lot to do for me, or spring. That's kind of the time that I might really take that extra time to get a lot of stuff done around the house or get some personal stuff done around in my free time that I wouldn't necessarily want to do during fall. So I kind of go into that time of year knowing, hey, you know what? There's nothing I like better than watching Alabama football on Saturdays in the fall. So I am going to make sure that any work I have to really get done during the year, over the course of the year, where clean the gutters or paint the house, whatever that case may be, maybe I'll put that off into a different time of the year, different quarter. Okay, because I know during this quarter I want to do this. Okay, so maybe start thinking about it in terms of that. Like, hey, this is spring, this is summer. Let's plan by season. Let's plan by quarter. Okay, this is what I want to accomplish. These things aren't very important to me right now. Let's find a way to make this work. Okay, so that could be a different way you look at it. And then the final one there, break it down by week too. Okay, hey, this is a big year for us. We got a lot of things we want to get accomplished, but what do I want to do this week? Okay, look at it in a micro level sometimes too. Okay, because a year can be way too daunting, and things happen. Things get out of control that we can't really always process or handle right away. So if we kind of break it down, macro, meso, micro, and break it down into different portions and plan, okay, what do I want to get done here? That can really help you manage the course of a year and manage what you want to get done throughout that time period, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're trying to move into a new house. Well, you know that you're not going to pack up and move tomorrow. So what can I do over the next 3 months to get myself more ready to be ready to move when it's time to come? Can we start packing boxes? Just anything like that. Just kind of getting a little bit more, maximizing our time and organizing and planning our year on a big scale. Okay. And that's kind of my next point here. Just planning, schedule out your day. I don't know if this is just ingrained in me from a young age, but when I was in middle school, 7th grade, we were given daily planners. Okay. And from 7th grade up until my senior year of high school, so 6 years, I was not allowed to go anywhere in school without that planner. Okay. And looking back, I'm 29 now. I still use a planner. So I still look at my week in a book or a calendar for the month in a book, and I write down stuff. And that has always kind of been part of my life. That's always kind of helped me stay organized. I've planned ahead. Hey, look, 3 weeks from now, I have this due. I got this due. I got to do this. I want to do this. I see it. It's up on the wall. I can see it in front of my face. I know what's coming. I don't wake up one day and have that sinking feeling in my stomach like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this, and then be totally blindsided by it and have no time to fix it. Okay. So schedule out your days, schedule out your weeks, schedule out your months, look at it, get it up there. Okay. Take it all in, see it in front of you. Sometimes it helps to really see what you all have going on. Okay. And then another one that we kind of touched base on this past summer, but avoid your obstacles, plan for your obstacles. Okay. Because I don't know anyone that doesn't have a family dinner to be at, or a birthday party, or a vacation, or time off, or whatever the case may be. Those things are always going to happen in our lives. Okay. And usually what we see, or what I've seen in my experience, is especially as someone that wants to like lose weight or get in better shape or something, they don't plan for these things. They don't take these into consideration. And then when they pop up, they have these things to do. They're going to these things, which really in reality doesn't necessarily help them get closer to where they want to be, fitness wise or health related wise, but they don't get rid of these things, or they don't have a strategy to get through them. Okay. I tell people all the time that I was a high school coach for 5 years. Okay. I did a lot of work with the football team, all the sports teams, and in the weight room too. And you know what? I never really heard. We had workouts, we had practice all the time. Okay. You know what people never missed? Family parties. They couldn't always make workouts, but they never missed a family party. Okay. Now there's nothing against family parties or whatever the case may be, but let's have a plan for it. Instead of being like, hey, I can't make it today. I got my dad's got a birthday dinner. Okay. Let's figure it out. Dad's got a birthday dinner Wednesday night. Okay. I usually work out on Wednesday nights. What can I do? Why don't we come Wednesday morning to work out? I might have to set the alarm a little bit earlier. Okay. Or I might have to come Thursday after the dinner. Okay. But I'm not missing that, what I had my previous commitment, because of this new commitment. I planned for it. I knew this was coming. I adjusted accordingly. Okay. Because the worst thing we can do, guys, is if we, especially in our realm here, in our health and fitness realm, okay, if you are committed to working out 3 times a week, all right, and you have something come up, like a family dinner, okay, usually 9 times out of 10, those family dinners are not salmon and green beans either, okay, so you're either out for pasta, you're either out for, burgers, whatever the case may be. So not only are you at risk of missing a workout and getting off your routine workout wise, you're doubling that with potentially putting yourself at risk to have a bad meal to kind of break your diet, to kind of get off track of the food that you were eating. And then the trifecta is you don't have a plan in place to make up for whatever you lost. Okay. So that's like a triple-headed monster there that can happen if we don't plan. Right. I've seen it for years, and so that's the thing. Like our holidays are a great example. Okay. Great example are our holidays of this. And this is what I mean. Okay. Thanksgiving, my personal favorite, but a lot of people love Thanksgiving. Okay. It falls on a Thursday. All right. Thursday is usually a day of the week where we are working or we're at school or whatever the case may be. Okay. It's usually the time of the day that we need to be doing something. Okay. Thanksgiving isn't anymore. Okay. It's a holiday. It's a day off. A lot of gyms are closed. School's off. You're off work. Okay. So a lot of people will look at that week and be like, oh, well, Thursday's Thanksgiving, so that's a wash. I'm done. I'm not going to do anything. But then they'll still go into Thanksgiving and still eat all the food and have no strategy around it, right? When really, in reality, what we should be doing in a case like that, especially in our realm, the health and fitness realm, we see something like Thanksgiving on Thursday. Wait a minute. I usually work out on Thursdays. All right. Well, now we better move my Thursday workout to Wednesday so I still get my workout in. And now I didn't miss my workout. And then I can still enjoy myself on Thanksgiving. But if I'm going to do that, I better have a plan for Friday to kind of help offset the damage I could have done on Thursday. Right. And that's really important, So now, yes, Thursday is Thanksgiving, but we really have a period before and a period after that if we really want to get to where we want to be, we really have to hone in and dominate and dial those days in before and after to kind of help offset whatever obstacle could be in the way. Okay. Because I'm a realist. I like Thanksgiving just as much as anyone else. I know that it's very unrealistic for you to go into your family living room or wherever your case may be for Thanksgiving dinner and sit there and be like, no, thanks. I'll have a glass of water here. Okay. No food for me. Okay. That's just really unrealistic. I know that's not happening. Nor do I want that to happen for you. Okay. But so knowing that, I better make sure that I'm dialed in Wednesday and I'm dialed in Friday. I got a plan for both days to bookend this day because I know that I'm probably going to be a little bit off of my track on Thursday, Thanksgiving. Okay. But I'm not going to let Thursday, Thanksgiving, derail all the progress I made. So that's all about avoiding that obstacle, planning, schedule. My workout is not on Thursday anymore. Now it's Wednesday night. Okay. Friday, I usually wake up at noon and have the day off. Well, I'm going to wake up at 10 and maybe get some cardio in to kind of help offset whatever I might have taken in the excess calories. Okay. So that's just an example of what I mean. But like planning for those kind of things is really important, guys. And, I know I work in fitness and we are health and fitness place here, but that's a huge part of it. Okay. And you can apply these things to other aspects of life too, but we have to be ready for those kind of things because they're going to happen, Luckily, if we're healthy and stuff, we're going to keep having birthdays. So these things aren't like it's just like a one-time fluke thing that's going to happen on your calendar. These are things that you always kind of have to bank on having to deal with. So why don't we find a strategy for them? Okay. And that way, every time, hey, you know what? I know that Thanksgiving's always going to be on a Thursday every year. So every Wednesday, I make sure that I get out ahead of it early, plan a workout that day, plan this for the Friday after, or whatever the case may be. I know that I'm going to be swamped at work this week, and there's a family birthday party this weekend. So I better, plan the week before to kind of get some extra work in, and then the week after to kind of make up for that lost time. So just really trying to plan ahead, have a plan in place before and after kind of obstacles to really make sure that whatever the obstacle may be, we don't get derailed by it. Okay. We can handle, I like to say a lot of clients, okay, in terms of health and fitness, we're not going to lose 10 pounds Christmas Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Christmas week. We're not going to lose 10. Okay. But and that's okay. But what we don't want to do is gain 10. Okay. Okay. So we might have a weight loss goal. We're not going to lose 10. Let's be realistic. We're probably not going to lose 10 pounds the week of Christmas. Our job is to make sure we don't gain 10. Okay. So if we can get through that at this, stay level there, stay at 0, that's a win. Okay. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. Planning, getting out ahead of these kind of things, having a plan in place to make sure that whatever obstacle may arise, we have a plan to offset whatever could go wrong in that plan. Okay. And then just, this is something that I stress to a lot of the clients I work with a lot. But, especially in our realm, health and fitness, a lot of you guys want to get healthy, you want longevity, making that investment in yourself, want to be around for a while, grandkids or kids or whatever the case may be, live a healthy life, all that. And one thing that you should really focus on is kind of make this working out and living a healthy lifestyle part of who you are, not just something you do. Okay. Because if this is just something you do, it's the first thing to leave when problems arise. Okay. Kind of like I just talked about, a lot of your parents got a sick kid. All right. That happens all the time, right? Well, is that sick kid and they got to go home from school? Now are you out of workouts a week? Or now are you going to miss work for a couple days, right? Because of the sick kid? Or are you, like we gotta miss our cardio? Like we gotta make it part of who we are. Yeah, this was a big fork in the road. Okay. Didn't anticipate my kid getting sick today. Okay. Not going to be able to make my workout later. But being healthy, living this lifestyle is part of who I am now. So I know that I didn't get it in today, but I'm going to set the alarm extra early tomorrow to make up for what I missed today. Okay. It's because it's part of who I am. It's not just something I do anymore. Okay. Because again, if it's just something you do, it's the first thing to leave when something happens. Okay. And that can really derail progress, especially in this realm of life. All right. Maybe a lot of other aspects of life we can kind of get away with missing things or not doing things on certain days and still kind of get closer to where we want to be, like in school. Hey, you know what? I might not have read that chapter of the book, but I still passed the test so I can live with it. This world, health and fitness is totally different. We can't really get by missing things like that, or at least if we're going to miss, we don't have a plan, so make this whole thing part of who you are. Okay. Yeah, I know that we are going on vacation tomorrow at noon, but I know that I'm not going to work out when we get there. So I might want to set my alarm early tomorrow, go get a workout in before we leave for vacation. Okay. And just getting, a lot of that probably sounds nuts to you guys right now. Okay. But until it's part, it won't do that at all. It won't feel that way at all when it's part of who you are. Okay. And that can really help set you up for success later. Okay. So that's kind of that stuff. And then I just wanted to wrap it up today, guys, with a series about what's called neutral mind. Okay. And what that is it's a theory, and that it's not, a lot of us hear about being more positive. You always hear, we've got to be more positive. We got to think more positive and all that, this, that, and the other. And this theory, it's not about being more positive. It's actually about being less negative. Okay. And what I mean by that, and I love to use this example. Okay. I had a coworker years ago who was ultra positive, always positive. And, I remember him posting one day, well, I was in a traffic jam today, but I was just so blessed that it happened because it gave me a chance to realize how thankful and blessed I am to have a car and have a job that I have to go to work to. Okay. And now, as true as that might be, it's really hard to believe that traffic doesn't suck. All right. We all know that traffic sucks. Okay. So we all know that one person or whatever that almost that super positive can kind of turn us away because we just know it's not real. It's kind of fake. It's not realistic. You can't wake up every day. Not every day is a Saturday, or, not every day is beautiful. Like things happen. So like when people are that overly excessive in that positive stuff, that can turn a lot of us, myself included, away. And it can turn yourself off. Like if someone tells you to be more positive and you're like, yeah, I just got fired today. It's great. Can't wait to not work and not be able to, like, no, like, oh my God, that sucks. We got to figure out a solution. So this theory isn't necessarily about being more positive. It's about being less negative. Now, a lot of us, again, myself included, tend to be more pessimistic. more negative. Okay. Okay. We think worst case scenario all the time. Okay. Oh man, I'm not going to get that. They're not going to win the game. I'm going to lose this. And that's the almost the natural tendency to think worst case scenario in any situation. So this theory kind of states about, well, if we focus more on being less of the bad, okay, less worst case scenario, instead of being like when someone tells us you're so negative, be more positive. I don't want to be more positive. I'm just going to focus on being less of the negative, okay, and in being less negative will in turn make me more neutral. All right. So I don't have these massive ebbs and flows. Okay. And I'm not chasing fake with the extra positive, but I'm also realizing that life probably isn't over if something doesn't go my way at the end of the day. Okay. So I'm not being as negative anymore. I'm just trying to be a little bit more even keeled and neutral and level headed, which in turn, it's going to be more positive. Like for me, and I realize I've been really working on this myself. If I am like being less negative, I'm happier without even really trying to put on a focus on being happy. So that's what it is. It's a focus on moving your life forward by eliminating specific behaviors that might be holding you back. Okay. Every morning when that alarm goes off, do you say, dang it? Or you're like, all right, it's time to get up, because if you're waking up every day and it says you're mad at your alarm clock for going off every day, now you're starting your day every single day in the hole, right? Well, we don't want that. But instead, like, hey, time to get up. Yeah. So I'm not being like, yes, I'm so happy to be awake, but I'm also not being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's time to be awake. I'm just kind of like, all right, here we go. More neutral. Okay. And then there's just a kind of quote here I have for you guys: negativity affects you negatively 100% of the time. Okay. So yeah, we want to be less negative because negativity never helps us in any way. So and then to kind of piggyback off of that, the first step to get out of the hole is to quit digging, right? So a lot of us want to focus on you know eating well. Okay. Well, in order to eat well, we must first eat less poorly. Okay. To think well, we must first think less poorly. Okay. So it's all kind of neutral. Okay. Yes, we want these things, but we might have to more focus on getting rid of the bad to get the good instead of enhancing the good first. Let's get rid of those really bad lows first, so we're more here, we're more even keeled. Okay. And then just kind of to apply this to fitness, we can't get everything back at once, just like we can't lose everything at once. So like a lot of us might want our bodies to look like they did in high school, or our pre-pregnancy weights, or be as strong as we were when we played high school football, whatever the case may be. We can't get that overnight. Okay. But what also can't happen? We can't lose it everything we gained overnight either. Okay. You take years and years and years and you get some workouts going, and then you get a freak injury and you miss a couple days. It doesn't mean our life is over. You worked really hard to build up that muscle and get in good shape. You're not going to get out of shape in one day. Okay. So we can't get it all back in one day, and we can't lose it all in one day. But what we can do is kind of focus on being even keeled. And once you kind of grasp that concept and embrace it, you can kind of get to where you want to be. So we don't have these massive, drastic changes in our moods and stuff like that. So that's kind of, where I'm at with the neutral mind thing with you guys. We have a tendency to think in black and whites. And the more we go for that gray, the more we'll remember to do this when we face struggles. Okay. So, hey, let's stay a little bit more even. Let's stay a little bit more neutral in that regard. So those are all kind of things, guys, that I just wanted to touch base with you on a little bit, kind of give you a little insight into what I think can help you going forward. We just talked about goal setting. That's SMART goal: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely. Okay. It's a good goal setting strategy that you can implement. That the time management and organizing and planning for obstacles and planning for events, that can help you out, set your weeks up, set your days up, set your months up, set your years up. Okay. And then to wrap it up here with that neutral mindset theory, let's not be over the moon happy when we get in a car accident. Let's also not be like, oh my gosh, life is over. Hey, this sucks, but it's not over. Or, and you can apply that to any example. It doesn't have to just be one thing in particular, but just kind of overall, guys, just doing whatever we can to kind of help us take the next step to get where we want to be. Because, we all start New Year's and we all in the back of our minds know that resolutions are a real thing, and whether you choose to believe in New Year's resolutions or not, there's always things that we want to do. Whether it's house, whether it's personal, whether it's family, we always have things that we want to improve on. Okay, so like I said, these are just kind of things that I think can help you guys get to where you want to be. I personally love talking about these kind of things. I think this aspect of it, this mental aspect of it, this mindset aspect of what we do is the most intriguing. It's the most fun. It's the hardest. It's the most challenging, but it's the most rewarding when you feel like your life is changing because of the way your thinking changes, and having the discipline and mental toughness and things like that, and learning those skills can really be the difference. So if there's ever any times where you're feeling like you're kind of lost a little bit and you want to talk to maybe me directly about it, or I would love to help. Okay, I'd love to help. And like, again, I don't know everything. I definitely do not have all the answers. These are just kind of my own personal opinions of things, on things that I think can help you, that I've used in my life as well, because I haven't always been uh, the healthy trainer guy. I grew up, wasn't really in that good of a shape, and now I had to change some things, and now here I am. So I kind of been in both worlds here. So I feel like I have a lot of experience that I can help with in that regard for you guys. So like I said, these are just my opinions, but I hope that you were able to take something away from this today, and look forward to hearing from you next time here. So if you ever have any questions, or ever want to reach out and talk, or need some help with maybe more of that goal setting, or getting specific with those things, or some time management skills, just give me a holler, let me know, and we would love to help you out. But look forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care.